Hey, it's 15. It's day number 15, and it's 6:15. Yeah, it is. Here on the Bridge 99 FM, we're going to tell you a little bit of what's to be expected between now and 10 o'clock this morning, right here on this station. As we are here to get you up, to get you fed, get you out to work or school or play or whatever. Today, Monday, middle of the month of May, and we're here having survived. Last night, a wonderful show over there at the Hope Gardens, the Red Rose for Gregory. Yeah, awesome show. And we'll tell you more about that later on. That takes us right into our next feature. We call it WTF, What the Fact, where we give you interesting facts. Many of them you're hearing for the first time. Some of them you might not have known, some you might have known before, but it's like a refresher's course. And so this morning inside of WTF, What the Fact, we can tell you that 50% of persons are late for work every Monday morning. 50%? Oh, that's a high percentage. Well, the facts are that over 50% of people are late for work or school on Mondays. It's often hard to get up and organize after the weekend. Or maybe we're avoiding our responsibilities. Who knows? Which one is it? There's also the traffic on the Monday rush to consider. Monday is also the most popular day to call in. Really? Monday is also the most popular day to call in sick to work. Okay then. I should have thought about that earlier.
Hold on, man, next week. Yeah.
I should have thought about that earlier. Well, there's a lot going on Mondays, so more people seem to call in sick for work, and some people just simply don't get organized after the weekend, and so 50% of individuals are late for work or school on a Monday. Hope that won't be your lot today.
No.
And I barely made it though, I must be honest with you, because I got to bed minutes, I think, to 2 o'clock. And
yeah. Well,
when the missus waked me up this morning, I was, listen man, you have a thing named Ton Fool.
Yeah.
I don't know where I was.
We're there, Richie, because put it this way, you know, I am still making it, meaning that I don't reach home yet, Jordan.
Yeah.
Man, I don't reach home yet.
So the man at Red Rose for Gregory and Shelz.
Yeah.
And the man left and looked like him go, ribbies.
Well, yeah. Well, not at that time. I actually went up to the car, you know, came back, and then maybe about half an hour after that, you know.
Yeah.
Because I actually, I was playing at Ribbies last night. And funny enough, I tell you quickly before we head to the break, Richie, some ladies saw me and they're like, "You're not supposed to be playing at Ribbies."
Yeah, get them all.
Alright, Bridge Nation, so here we're going. Popcorn brought out Tony and Sing on his Great Is He tour stop in Bristol. The dancehall DJ is currently on the European leg of his Great Is He World Tour, which will take him to major cities on the continent like Paris, London, and Madrid. On Wednesday, May 10th, Popcorn and his band passed through the O2 Academy in Bristol, where he performed for a sold-out crowd. Tony and Sing also made a surprise appearance, performing their collab Next to Me. The music video for that single created a huge buzz, as we know, when the pair dropped it off almost 6 months ago. Jano, since making her musical debut with the Unruly Boss last November, the former beauty queen has been a fan favorite amongst the Unruly fans, with some folks even telling Popcorn, listen, put a ring on her finger. Tony and Sing looked stunning, of course, during her set, while wearing a white outfit as she belted out her vocals. As you know, last month, Popcorn announced that Tony and Sing is working on her debut EP, which he promises is going to be litty. The 876 Good has been fully supporting her music career, giving her tips and holding her hands on the journey. Sources, of course, told sources in the Unruly camp told us that, listen, in April, the former beauty queen, the former Miss World, is fully committed to her music and can't wait to deliver her first body of work. I like what's happening.
It's a good look.
Yeah, and it's a good look. It's nice to see that she's being well received all over the world. Cause we know Popcorn thing loud, especially.
Yeah.
But when him going in the UK, but it's nice to see that Tony and It's getting
She
some
seems
love.
like a major investment for him. You know what I mean? Like he's
He said
really
it.
building. Yeah.
He said it. I think he even said that she's gonna be the first artist signed to his label. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean,
You mean like she'd be unruly as well?
she on a really long time. I just gonna think she gonna put the pen to paper and just, make some good music.
Okay, it's a good look. Good to see him taking her under, his wings.
Yeah.
And giving her that push, which
right.
no doubt will have multiple benefits going forward. So big ups, and I expect that we'll be hearing other good things coming out of this store because Popcorn is in territory that he's getting a lot of love from, and so big things. And of course, he's building up right to his Unruly Fest in November.
Exactly.
November 30th, I think, is the date, right? Inside of the UK.
See that?
All right. Just want to talk a little bit about last night's event at Red Rose for Gregory, a dedication to mothers. The mothers came out in their numbers, thousands and thousands and thousands of them. The show was very successful in terms of attendance and also in terms of performances and just the general flow of things. Really I got there in time to get the tail end of JC Lodge's performance, and she did a remarkable job. Of course, she would have been preceded by Mary Isaacs and Hezron, Ray Isaacs, Caution, Errol Dunkley. And JC came off and was obviously, no doubt, quite pleased with herself. She made way for Robert Williams, who also represented, came and sang some of his hits. I actually touched the stage for the first time, bringing on Itana. Oh, she gave a fantastic performance, backed up with not just her backing vocals as is customary, but a number of her tracks were embellished with the appearance of her dancers. And I don't think many people have seen Itana with that kind of presentation in a long time.
Okay.
Interestingly, she was given by Joseph Bogdanovich a gift package as a mother herself. And I asked her because she put a post out on the weekend, or maybe just before the weekend, saying that she's working on an album. She wants to take her time. She's not in a rush. And it will be her last album.
Really?
Yeah, that's what Itana said. It's going to be my last album. So I asked her that on the stage. Right there. I said, Itana, what is this we're hearing? That you're going to be doing your last? She says, yes. And she wants to take her time. She wants to just give us an album that will last for a long time. She didn't say she's going to retire from music.
No, yeah.
But she actually said it's going to be her last full-length album, having had 2 Grammy nominations before. That would be something to consider. So big up yourself, Itana. She looked good, she sounded good, and she delivered a great set. Of course, Denise Williams, she gave a fantastic set. Interestingly, she was backed by Fab Five. Yeah, her musical director came down and they rehearsed, and Fab Five must take a lot of credit for the work that they did in supporting Denise Williams. At the end of her set, she was given the keys to the city by the mayor of Kingston, Mayor Williams. Of course, she was presented with some perfumes. There is a company that actually built a perfume for her, named after her, and it brought her to tears.
Of course.
It brought Denise to tears on the stage as she collected it from them. And additionally, she was given a number of. Marcia Griffiths came out and also presented her with a gift which she really appreciated. They're friends; they go way back. And it was only left to the Manhattans, standing firm with their 45 big hits in the United States of America, their 12 top 10 hits, their several Grammy Awards, and they delivered a fantastic set. Interestingly, Denise Williams did a reggae version of one of Gregory Isaacs' songs, and so did the Manhattans. And it was a lot of respect and a lot of love. The Manhattans used their Night Nurse as their encore. Yes, one them sit down on the rhythm like a lizard on a limb. It was a good look. They delved into their catalog and gave all the songs that people wanted. And I think the audience, from the reaction that we got, they were fully satisfied. Hats off to the Gregory Isaacs Foundation, in particular to June Isaacs and all the team that she assembled for this massive show. Like I said, it would have been one of the biggest in Kingston in a long time. And again, we say salute to all the mothers, especially. All right, it's now 19 minutes before the hour of 7 o'clock. That was
Update.
time now for the proverb of the day.
Jackass said the world on a level.
That no fear. What that go again?
Jackass said the world on a level.
We know that one, yeah.
That no fear.
That no fear. That no some fear.
Well,
Why the world can't level for a jackass? What? Chew him a jackass? It's rough. It's rough.
life isn't fear.
Oh, that's the meaning. No, see that? Yeah, man. Jackass said the world on a level.
Yeah.
Life isn't fair. Why life not fair? Why life can't fear? Babylon. You know, what make life unfair? If life is for everyone, why? I don't want to get too philosophical in Richie. But life for fear.
True, man.
Life for fear. That means, but according to Jackass,
life no fear.
Yes.
It isn't fear.
Not at all.
World no level. All right, that's a proverb that we thought we'd share with you this morning. Whenever you hear the proverb Jackass say the world no level, it just simply means life isn't fair.
Jaja.
All right, 12 now before the hour of 7 o'clock. We have another feature that you've come to expect, and that is
the pet peeve. And Bridge Nation, what are pet peeves? These are things that people do that you find annoying, irritating, or even upsetting. And today, one of you, the Bridge Nation, shared your pet peeve. Let's hear this.
Good morning, Bridge Nation. So one of my pet peeves is when you park your car, when I park my car in a parking lot and the lot is empty and you have spaces, and somebody come, ignore all the available spaces and come and put their car right next to you, like right, so close you can barely even open your door. I'm telling you, it does not make any sense, because if I go into a parking lot and I see spaces, I'm just going to use a space that's not close to anybody. But no, the lot is empty and they come and they put their car right next to you. Like, seriously? Look at all the empty spaces. That's a pet peeve of mine.
And not just you, but many others too. Thank you for that, Bridge Nation, member of the Bridge Nation. Yeah, that's something that is quite annoying. It's like them just drop them car, plop, them the business about how close they are. You can't get out of your vehicle.
Yeah.
You can't get in your vehicle. And very often it leads to a lot of scratches on one's vehicles as well.
Yep.
So
True.
I
I do too. May I get a little spin after that. One next one too, for those who don't really drive. It's when you're on the public transport and be a seat that you see me? I down there nine and then come each up right side. Yeah, man. Same vibe, same energy. Yeah. Stop it. That's what I'm happening. Stop it. Yeah. I like this one. That's a good pick.
Yeah, man. We definitely can identify with this one, you know.
I mean, I park close to people on purpose still.
You know.
You see me? Do it one time on supermarket. Woman bad drive me, I go in the supermarket like say enough for everybody. And just like the listener said, she did park it out full of space. I'm just each upside her, Richie. Come on, say she nah get rid of me today, you know. Yeah, man. Yeah, man, I'm one of them person.
Hey, I drive to my thing last night still. I'm rushing to get to the show. And I'm at on Barbican Road, right where Shelz Hardware used to be. Shelz and Shields.
Right.
And the Russell Heights, right. And the light changed to green. I got the feeling that the person in front of me was on their phone or something, because everybody else is moving in the other lane, but this person is not moving. I would tell me if I go beep beep. It's like the brother or sister say, I'm here, rush. Watch me, yo.
Just pull up handbrake.
Them just park and now move.
Yep.
I mean, need to get to the show by a certain time.
Yeah, man. Always.
Yeah, man.
Well, that is just the first part of the story here.
Okay, there's a part for you.
You mean?
You don't want to get there on. You're gonna look for me and say, Richie?
You mean?
Yeah, but anyhow, I didn't make it a big issue in the long run, and so I moved on when time permitted and was able to get to the show on time.
Give thanks.
All right, pet peeves, man, there are many, but we thank that member of the Bridge Nation for sharing hers with us this morning, and have a good day today.
And right now, you know, we have a nice reasoning. Me life is a reasoning. It's a discussion, because we're welcoming the Bridge Nation to join this one. But here we're going. Apparently, a teen boy and his 20-year-old accomplice who allegedly conspired and stole a credit card and conducted unauthorized shopping amounting to $237,000, were granted bail when they appeared in the St. Catherine Parish Court last Friday. Neville Harris and the 17-year-old are charged with unauthorized access to computer data, possession of identity information, and simple larceny. Now, attorney-at-law Shade Bailey made a successful bail application, telling the court that her clients are fit and proper candidates and will abide by their bail conditions. Parish Judge Charles Pennycook then offered the teen $150,000 with surety, and Harris was offered $200,000 with surety. Both were placed under a daily curfew of 6 p.m. for the duration of the case. Now, they are to report to the Portmore Police Station 3 times per week and reappear before the court on June 23, 2023. It's alleged that on May 6th, the complainant went to conduct business with her National Commercial Bank credit card in Portmore. The teenager managed to steal the card from the bag. The court heard that the video footage shows him actually taking the card, Bridge Nation. Now, the teen is said to have taken pictures of the card and sent the information to Harris, who shopped using the details. Harris was held after the bank notified the owner of the numerous transactions that took place. And of course, a report was made to the police station.
Before long, they were arrested.
Yeah.
What is wrong with these people?
I don't know. The frequency of the stealing and fraudulent activity is becoming scary to me. And when I saw it, I said to myself, is it a case of desperation, or are we failing to teach some sort of, moral? I don't know. Something is wrong, because I know people steal, don't get me wrong. We don't live in a perfect world. But I just feel like it's frequent. And then
too frequent.
Yes, and then the age group, they're very young. These are people a teenager
and a 20-year-old.
Yeah, in high school and in university. And something is wrong with this, and I feel as though we need to genuinely address it. Like, really put together a program, put together something, make it public, and really address this. Because I'm saying, I grew up poor. But I had my mom over because, yesterday was Mother's Day, and we were talking about just how I don't know how she managed
challenging times.
And she didn't have it. We didn't have it, and none of us stole anything.
Yep. This get rich quick mentality, it's getting out of hand. As a matter of fact, I hear that in many schools that there are scammers.
Yes.
Big time scammers who are actually attending school.
And I remember when I was in high school, that was a little while back. When I was in high school, you had 1 and 2 boys that would try to take you for your lunch money. Of course, you know that now I'm with Jody, but we've seen it. Yeah, we've seen it, but it's almost like it has increased, where this scamming thing where you have to give off your lunch money or give a piece your lunch money, and it's like them attacks and nobody's really addressing it, so it is escalating, and I think we genuinely need to do something about this.
Well, me and Mids, from what I read, right, and guys can help me out here, they made bail. So, like, when I try 2 things. Is this I'm just saying, criminal them this. Like, I'm not even gonna go around. I'm not busy about age group and criminal activity. This criminal them, right? More know what kind of lesson them I gonna learn from the situation, because nothing from what I read now tell me so them you cannot do it again. Right?
Exactly.
And second thing, they made bail. So
they're gonna say that they probably say, it's one of those lesser crime, and I don't see it as a lesser crime, especially in the time that we're in. And this can escalate to something bigger.
Jojo.
Yeah.
I don't know about all of that. I don't know about law, But when they make bail, that means some money pay.
Right. So where did they get the money
that means
from?
That's money,
Yes, that's true.
Somebody made bond, obviously, for them.
Asset. Oh, like they can pay with. I did not know
their
that.
Parents took their asset, because you're going to jail, I just make it clear.
Oh.
I
was saying that for be okay. Because I just don't want to know, because I think could I pay for bill. So
they take. So it must be the parents' assets.
I don't know. But not from what I read now.
And what did they purchase in such a short time? 237.
That's a question, Jody.
What were they buying?
That's a question I was just going to ask. What?
I want to know what was purchased.
Why they had to go that route. And what did they
And
what
it's
did they
obviously
acquire?
a planned thing too, because the fact that the teenager stole the card, took a photo of the card, sent to so this might not have been the first time they have done something like this. So that is also something for them to investigate, and we don't want this to become a trend at all.
Certainly not. And commendations to the police, who obviously acted quickly in making these arrests. And in all honesty, very often they're actually making arrests fairly quickly in a number of these instances.
That's true.
I have actually witnessed that myself, where someone had another person's, a businessman's card, which had credit to the tune of millions of dollars, and was on a shopping spree. And before long, the police were on his case. Many business places have their cameras and so on set up now, so you're doing business there. You don't even know that you're being recorded, and so on and so forth. So the police will get to you. So we ask you to desist.
Man, I said, no, Richie. You see me, like, big up the po them, now doing the thing. My problem is not the arrest, my problem is just like the system just seem like them can't hold on upon them youth. That's my issue. The youth, they must see road too easy. You understand what I mean? And I'm thinking, if I was the complainant, the person who my card get moved, I mean, I hear say them youth are there road again. Like, no, I don't know what kind of justice that for me personally.
Yeah, and I guess I can understand the 17-year-old because they see they didn't even mention the 17-year-old name because they're gonna say that he's underage. But I'm like, you're 17, you understand well what you're doing. You're 17-year-old, you're absent, as my mother would have said. You're absent, so you know what you're doing. But I guess because of law and he's a teenager and so on, they want to, I guess, give him a second chance or something. I don't know. Man. But they need to put something in place, really have conversations and programs in our schools, especially in the high schools, to really talk about this get rich quick mentality, get some really popular artists on board, and let's be real. Let these artists be real to say, hey, I've struggled. You see, a lot of time they see these artists come and they're in the shiny car and they're doing a music video. They don't own the cars. They don't even own them. Don't even have the money. Them never have the money after them leave the music video after doing the music video.
What would be interesting in a Jojo if them get the artist them must sing about the
exactly
them type of tune.
Because I think they're living in this la la land and they're unrealistic, and because they're trying to live this unrealistic life that they're seeing on social media, they're going out of their way and getting themselves in a lot of problems.
Stop it.
Yeah, man.
I don't like it.
These things just need to just pause. Honestly,
it gives you greater satisfaction when you know that you worked hard.
Yes, man.
Blood, sweat, and tears to achieve your success, man. Don't try to take it from other people, please. All right, we appreciate that, and thank you for joining in that discussion there. Bridge Nation, what are your thoughts on what we just discussed? We'd love to hear from you. 876-551-5782. That is our WhatsApp number. Send us your own thoughts on that issue. You know that we have a colleague who very often, you'll hear him say, right. Well, a while ago he was listening to me, and I suspect he was out there going, wrong.
Hey, Rory.
Jody said hi, Rory. So while we were having the discussion a while ago, I was conversing with him. He's basically saying that I said Steel Pulse's album was in 1992. And I thought I said 1982, but he says, no, you made a mistake. So, wrong. So thank you for that correction. And he gives me some more facts in it. It was, of course, True Democracy, which came out in 1982. So he's proving now that he's a keen listener, and you will get your just reward. For that, Rory. Thank you very much, brethren. Big up yourself. 1982 was that album, and we played Rally Around the Flag earlier on from Steel Pulse. Bridge Nation, it's now time for us to make that trek. Shelz, you got your passport ready?
I think so.
DJ Audley, you all packed?
Dust it up.
All right, on a supersonic jet, it seems. We're heading now to the UK for the UK Connection. Rover Ranks is in the studios of London's The Beat. 103.6 FM. Good day, Robo. And all of this today, we must tell you. Good morning, Robo.
Good morning, team. How are you guys this weekend? London's lovely. It's a lovely morning.
It is a lovely morning. Day.
It is a lovely morning. The English would say, the geezers down the road would say, it's fine and chipper out here, isn't it, Robo? I said, yeah, it is. It is fine and chipper. We've got sunshine. We've got cool breeze.
Ooh.
And I suppose if you mix sunshine, cool breeze, yeah, it's definitely England weather. I don't know what we'll get for the rest of the day. We might get rain, and then we might get a little bit of fog. So it will be a perfect day in London. But so far, so good, my brothers.
So you might fog up the place?
Eh?
You might fog up the place?
No, Richard. No, not me.
Oh,
not me.
Okay.
No. But the weather, when you get it starts with a perfect day in London.
Yeah.
You should know by now. By the end of the night, it's ruined. They just start the weather. England just ruins it. Yeah. But so far, it's like one of those mornings where you look like, well, this could be a good day. Yeah. So far, weather-wise, but I can't complain. We got life. We got everything.
Yeah.
But good morning, team. I hope you all had a good weekend this weekend.
Not restful, but very good, very enjoyable. Last night, of course, was the Red Rose for Gregory event. By the way,
yes.
Let me just put this in there. Fog Up the Place is the title of a soca song. Yeah. All right. Can we move on now?
That's why I didn't want to go there with you today. I wasn't getting joined there, but yeah, that is a banger. You know, soca's full of innuendo.
Oh yeah.
I just didn't know where you was gonna go with it this morning. It's early for you. It's afternoon for us, but I'm just not really in that playful mood today.
Okay.
But
yeah, we had a good weekend. Red Rose for Gregory.
It sounded like a good weekend. I was listening to you earlier on, and I was like, "Damn, that sound like
It was a show and a half.
If you brought your mother there, or you bought a ticket for your mother or your one of your aunties or your elders, then you've got brownie points for days.
Yeah,
you've won.
It would have been time. It would have been time well spent with great entertainment from start to finish. Somebody told me that even somebody who got a complimentary ticket was saying, "Listen, man, I'm staying right until the end of Kiss and Say Goodbye by the Manhattans because I want my money's worth."
That's right.
Wow,
that's right.
On a complimentary ticket.
And it was the original vocalist from the Manhattans.
It was the Manhattans, led by, of course, Gerald Alston, and there were three of them that actually performed. But I tell you, they delivered a fantastic set. Denise Williams brought her career, the curtains down on her career in Jamaica, and she was given the keys to the city of Kingston by the mayor and a host of other wonderful prizes. All the artists performed well. Itana brought out dancers, Robo Ranks, and she did a fantastic set. I quizzed her on stage about the plan to make her final album, the one that she's working on now, and she said yes, that is where she's going. She just wants to leave something with the fans that will last them for the rest of their lives. So it could be her final album.
Well, she took the dancers out. She didn't bring out DeMarco, because I'm still puzzled about that dance, DeMarco, this Jankro dance.
Oh,
but anyway.
No, that didn't happen. That didn't happen. JC Lodge JC Lodge did a great performance as well. So did Robert Minot. I didn't see the earlier acts, but I know Audley saw Errol Dunkley and Hezron and people like Mary Isaacs, Ray Isaacs and Caution. All did very well.
Yep.
Yeah.
How was Errol Dunkley odds?
Listen. That was a performance, Robo. Let me tell you. Actually, it was my first time, seeing him.
Oh.
Wow!
And let me tell you, hits after hits after. Listen, as a matter of fact, I played OK Fred earlier because let me tell you.
Based on the response that you saw last night.
Let me tell you.
Yeah.
When he listen, that was his last song, Robo, before he left the stage. And let me tell you, when he performed that song, the place flat. Let me tell you.
Yeah. He obviously OK Fred was a monster, huge pop hit.
Yeah.
Forget them saying we know it's a reggae hit. You see the English, they say it's a pop hit. Such a great record. OK Fred. So Richard, Odds and Shelz, I'm sorry, but we claim Errol Dunkley.
Okay.
And he was here the other day performing, but yeah, he's one of us now. So we'll have Errol Dunkley, great performer. I'm glad that you got to see him. I had the pleasure of listening to you guys earlier on. I just left the radio on and streamed the bridge. I'm having some problems here. I wonder if you guys can help me. So I found out over the weekend that some birds are living now. They've taken up residence in my roof. A good friend of mine said, "What kind of birds?" And I said, I described it. He said, "They're starlings." So he said, "What you need to do is play some music. Just play music." They don't like music. So there's me now, put some music on. I was playing and I noticed that the birds, they disappeared. There was loads in the garden and they disappeared. And this morning I turn on Bridge 99, Kingston, Jamaica. They've all come back.
Oh, there you go. I expected nothing less from my British bird band.
They've all come back. They disappeared when you did the secret sound game. They didn't like the noise. Sorry, Jody. They've all just come back.
Really?
So I don't know. If anybody can help me, we need to get rid of these birds in my roof, because when they start to, because it's that time where they just have a whole heap of birds. And it can be quite messy, the birds, the pigeons and the starlings them. So anybody can help me? Anybody can help me before the end of the show in London listening right now? Please help me. I've tried the Bridge 99, but it's just encouraged them to come back. I don't know.
Even the birds love us, man, I tell you.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, even the birds love us, and they go chirp, 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 chirp. They make some nice noises, don't they?
No, not when they're above your head.
Oh,
they're
my
right
goodness.
above the as I go into the bathroom, I hear them, but they want food. The little small ones, them. So, you know, I'm kind of like big on nature and everything, but I'm gonna get rid of them. Sorry.
Please allow me to play one song for my British bird band, if you don't mind. I'm playing Max the Priest. Just one song for them right now.
And right now we have a great interview coming your way. With us we have Indra, who's an award-winning artist, songwriter, dancer, and vocal coach of the indigenous Kalinago heritage, hailing from the Caribbean island of Barbados. Now, as a teenager, Indra's talents for singing and songwriting were recognized by the legendary artist Eddie Grant, who became her musical mentor, producing 2 albums for her on his Ice Music record label. Now, Indra went on to become one of the most prolific backing vocalists in the Caribbean, featuring on over 2,000, 2,000 recordings by artists such as Gabby, Eddie Grant, of course, Machelle Montano, Mr. Vegas, Alison Hines, and many, many more. Now, Indra is with us this morning, Richie, to talk to us about her album called Kingdom Call.
Oh.
Indra, morning.
Morning, well, afternoon here, but greetings.
Greetings.
Hi, Indra.
Hi, y'all good?
Yeah,
We're good,
there.
and we're happy to have you. You said it's afternoon where you are?
Yeah. I live in Barbados, but I'm in UK right now. It's a short.
Got you.
All right, so Indra, just for the fans out there, for our listeners especially, talk to us a little bit about your journey, as a recording artist.
Yeah, man, I've been singing my whole life, basically. I came up in a half musical family, and early up, in primary school days, I was writing poems and that kind of thing, like the normal singing in the mirror and with your hairbrush and stuff. But then secondary school, I met some singing sisters, and we were just real close, and we started singing and harmonizing and stuff together, and it was kind of obvious that we had this gift for songs. So it wasn't it was obvious that it was my main gift kind of thing. And we did school competitions and that kind of thing. And then basically shortly after school, I started recording. I did a little ad and thing in school, and we were singing in clubs and stuff. We got a little one reggae feature kind of thing in a club, but not for any money or anything like that. And then I started recording just after school, just after college.
Wow. Now, Indra, I'm curious. We described you as a prolific backing vocalist. I just want to know, was it difficult transitioning from being a backup vocalist to taking center stage as an artist?
That's a deep question. It is it was more difficult, or I see the transition is more challenging for people who might know you just doing backgrounds.
Oh, okay.
Especially, you're not a personality to like push yourself too like hard up front. But I was doing it even, sorry, like my someone's in my eye. I was recording lead, like even when I was doing background vocals. So it was normal for me to just kind of like share that fact, but I was always doing it.
Okay. I like that. Now, as it relates to your music, your sound, how would you describe, yourself as an artist? For those who haven't met you before, haven't been introduced to your music, how would you describe your sound?
Tropical. You could tell I come from where I come from. And so it's got like African phrasing and flavors, and a little bit of chanting and a lot of singing. So it's kind of like a blend really of how I grew up, how my family's from, and obviously where my roots are planted.
Interesting.
I'm interested to find out, like, when you work with so many different artists and genres. I mean, even when you're doing things like background vocal work, Indra, the way you harmonize with, say, soca tracks versus reggae tracks, is it difficult to sort of straddle both?
That's some deep questions. It isn't, because I make sure that I'm me. The real difference is like sometimes the phrasing, and like I might have to match the phrasing of whoever is like the lead singer. But usually people will just play a song and say, all right, will you hear? And then I will start like just pouring out what comes, and then they'll be like, okay, yeah, I like this. Some might have ideas. Most people just say, now Johnny, just do your thing. And I usually just do my thing. So sometimes it seems like from what people tell me, I might do like a different approach to what they might expect. The difference with soca and like reggae though is it's gotta be louder a lot of the time for soca. So sometimes they're like, I need a little more vocal, so.
Okay, I see some guitars. Are those guitars behind you?
Yeah, these are guitars, not mine, but I do play guitar, but these ones aren't mine.
That's what I was getting to, whether or not you actually play any instrument. Is that the only instrument that you play?
I play guitar and light percussion, like, the little egg, little shaker.
I see.
And I like to drum, but I'm not a drummer that can.
Okay. Very talented lady she is. I want to hear some more details about your album, Kingdom Call. Give us some more deets on it. It's a gospel album, is it?
Well, that's interesting. It is about the truth. I would definitely say it's spiritual, in nature and in title. And it brings a lot of scripture and maybe the roots that we don't know, that all roads lead to Africa ultimately. But sound wise, it's a bridge of acoustic, like my foundation, because I play guitar and I do a lot of like rootsy folk kind of thing, and it matches that with reggae. So sonically, that's what it is, and spiritually, yes, it is like uplifting songs for these times and the ones to come.
I love that, Indra. And of course, we're going to play a track from the album. However, before we do that, because you know what's going to happen in the Indra, when we play the music, the people are going to flock and they want to know who is Indra, what going on a while ago. So can you just tell us where can persons find you and your music? Okay,
well, I have a blog where you can find all the different things I do, from the farming to the music. So it's joywithin.com. It's joywithin.com. And then on IG, Instagram, it's at It's Joy Within. You could find Kingdom Call album, just like Google it. And it's all over like Spotify, Google Play, Amazon, and the rest of the places that music is. And you could also go to realityshock.com, because the album was produced by Chris Chemist of Reality Shock Records. So if you go to realityshock.com, you'll find the album there. Or you could also join me and my crew on Facebook, because they've been with me from my guitar only days to like whatever I do, they're always with me. So if you want to come across there, it's facebook.com/wordsandmusicwithin.
All right, vibes, Indra. Now we have a song called Peace of Mind, but I'm going to tell you the truth, Indra, I can't introduce your song like you can. So if you can, just for the Bridge Nation, before we close, just introduce Peace of Mind the right way, the Indra way.
All right, well, peace of mind. Let me give you some of the words. There goes the cars, the cash, the name of the game, the high rolling, the balling, the craving the fame, the want to walking out the sun, they want to make it rain, when all we want to do is get them food for the brain. So ultimately, in this world, we know that things come and go, things are here and they pass away. But at the end of the day, if you can say that you can walk through this journey of life with peace of mind, then you are truly wealthy and healthy. So on that note, this one is peace of mind.
Thank you so much, Indra.
Great talking with you, Indra. Have a great day. Bless up, all right? Best wishes. Time now for the Global Connection. Do I hear the voice out of New York City? Morning, Roy.
Morning.
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Man, I'm recuperating from this Mother's Day weekend, man. I think, with modern technology, there's got to be a way to clone certain people, like a Richie B, Shelz, a DJ Oddly, a DJ Roy. We've got to find a way to clone certain things, because you can't be in 10 places at once, but you should be in 10 places based on the request.
The demands. Oh, yes. I'm having an out-of-body experience right now. Hey, listen, man, we're barely surviving here, but with good reason, because we had such a great night last night at Red Rose for Gregory. Memories that will last for a lifetime. Denise Williams, the Manhattans, Itana, J.C. Lodge, Robert Minot, Errol Dunkley, Hezron, Mary Isaacs, Ray Isaacs. Caution delivered a fantastic night for the mothers, and it was a well-run, well-executed, and thoroughly enjoyed event, it seems, by all. And for that, we say give thanks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Good luck.
How was yours?
Man, listen, first of all, it kicked off on Friday. Ghost in Long Island, a place called Prestige Nightclub, roadblock situation. And then on Saturday night, we had Richie Stevens for the Mother's Day event.
Wow.
Roadblock again.
Wow.
And then Sunday, the whole team was somewhere. Like, I was on a gospel boat ride, which, by the way, let me say this. On a feast of gospel, people cannot party and praise the Lord at the same time. No, sir. No. Shout out to Glamour Wayne, Brother Gary, and DJ Ellie, man. And yours truly did the musical honors. It was an amazing gospel boat ride. And just a great weekend, man. A great weekend to celebrate moms and women in general. And people are coming back out, and that's also a great thing, because the economy needs to rebuild. And, I always say that when the party them caught, means the beauty salon them I make money, the barber shop I make money, the person with the toenail I make money. I mean, the designers, in terms of clothing, I make money. Money is circulating in the community, so you can see it from the parties and how people are attending again. So I hope the same thing is happening in Jamaica.
Oh, definitely.
Well, some of the money is being spent on things that might be considered foolish by some, because I see where some Jamaicans are prepared to spend between $300,000 and $400,000 Jamaican dollars to get to the border of Mexico and the US of A in an attempt to cross over into the United States of America. Since Title 42 has been lifted, it seems that from all and sundry are trying to get over into the US of A illegally. And it seems even Jamaicans are prepared to fork out that kind of money, Roy. That came as a shocker to me. I saw some reports suggesting that how dangerous a trek it is to get there, and the risks and so on involved. And now Jamaicans from here are trying to get there to cross over. I mean, please give them some advice.
Well, we actually saw a Jamaican that was on the news at the border saying on TV that, he hasn't taken a shower in 5 days. The terrain they had to go across to get to where they are, and yet still they have no food, no water, and can't even take a shower. So it is not easy, and it also makes you wonder, is things that bad in these countries why someone would risk
their life like that?
Yeah, it's also, a sign of the times, and it's not just Jamaica, because people they're coming from all over the world through Mexico. I mean, we're talking about people from France. We're talking about people from Germany. So it's not just when you look at the line, it's not just people of color like myself you're seeing trying to come across. You see white people, Caucasian people, too.
Yep.
Lots of Hispanics too. Man, oh man, what can I tell you? 20 minutes after 9 o'clock, Roy. I know you got some music for us. By the way, that's Jamaica time. It's 10:20 where Roy is. And I'm anxious to hear what you got for us this morning musically.
Well, I'm still in that gospel flavor, that gospel vibe. What a boat ride last night. Shout out again to Glamour Wayne. So I'm going to keep it along this. As a matter of fact, it is Monday school. It usually starts at 11, but I'm starting it right now.